Hello and welcome to episode 53 of Rigor Mortis Paranormal. Tonight's episode includes Moon River Brewery, Devil's Tree, Letchworth Village Asylum, Cadillac Bar, and more. I am David. This is Robert, Jasmine, Kory, and Ian.
Hello.
Hey guys.
Oh, look at that, just pouring that.
You had to say about that Moon River Brewery.
Oh, good Lord. And then the Cadillac Bar you got on it?
Why is your beer red?
That's crazy.
I put that chamoy in there.
Good God, Robert.
Yeah, and it turned it red. Yeah,
That's
like,
crazy.
It's not bad. I get the best of both worlds, drinking and eating.
Yeah. No, it actually looks great. But
it is good, man.
The
Seriously.
thing is, I mean, man, have you been checked for anything?
That's why your high blood pressure because of the salt or the sugar is going to be the diabetes is going to be.
I mix that with that big thing that I get, that big bottle thing. I'll mix the chamoy and that together.
The powder chamoy, yeah.
And I'll dip my beer in there. I wanted to drink a beer last Wednesday just because I wanted it.
How do you dip your beer? Do you freeze it?
No, I dip it before I pop it open.
Oh, okay. So you put the can inside of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Literally, okay.
Yeah, you literally dip it in there.
Yeah. And then I open it.
You know,
I'm like, how do you dip a liquid?
it's crazy because, man, that's like, all that stuff is great,
you,
but
yeah, it's not.
I just hate it because now, like, I mean,
I don't fuck around.
now that I'm old, you can't really do all that stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
and that's the thing too. It is not good for you, but yeah, you know.
but you do it anyway.
Yeah,
Right?
but that's the thing. I don't fuck around the way Jasmine. She gets like the lid. I just pour it in the.
Just pour it directly in the beer.
Before we got on, we were looking at Jasmine was showing us how those people. I don't know where that's at, but they are making their tortillas and they're doing like it's India.
I don't know. Maybe
Well, that's what it was, tortillas or something. But man,
They have brown skin like us, so it's India or.
Well, those were tortillas, man. They look good, man.
Yeah,
Shit,
they
they
were
were putting them
huge.
that hot rock. They're huge,
It was
man.
like a boulder, right? Around,
Yeah,
like a boulder.
whatever. And they just like they would like slap it around a little bit and fucking spread it on their arm and.
Slather that bad boy on that thing right then.
Oh, man.
And then they even had to do patchwork because the holes on it. But they were pros, man. Shit.
Stuff
I mean,
looked
I was
good.
like, that's like a full stick of butter right there, just on that bad boy. Oh my god.
Just roll it up and.
God, that's our fruit roll up. But
Hey, Poppy.
diabetic roll up.
Yeah, no kidding, right?
Oh god, it looked good. Oh, it looked good. We got some great stories tonight.
Yeah, that's some good stuff, and they're all call-ins, right? So,
Yes.
man, even
We're coming on up.
And then Sydney Reyes, our good old buddy
and she did not disappoint. She gave us a whole bunch of stories. We probably gonna give you those later on. Mix them up with the other episodes down the line in the future. But man, she did not disappoint. The ones she brought in. Actually, she did one for the Cadillac Bar here also.
Yeah, that's cool, man. That's gonna be awesome. The Cadillac Bar. That's there's. I know a lot of people. I hear people investigate there, and so it'd be nice to hear what she's got to say about this.
Yeah,
So that's
and
pretty cool.
what I didn't know, I've never been there. I've been here, and I've always wanted. You ever been to the Cadillac Bar, Jess?
I've walked in front of it. I don't know how many times because I used to walk I used to work down the street from there, but I never went in either myself.
Still open?
I don't know. I mean, right now I don't know because of coronavirus, but they've been open forever as far as I know in San Antonio.
One of the
One of
bar
those-
hopping ones.
Yeah, right. No kidding. Yeah, that would be cool to go over there for the bar hopping episode.
Yeah,
Cool, it actually works. Just sit down and record in a haunted place.
Oh, that'd be awesome if they would.
have an episode.
But supposedly that one, right there, they have like a cellar or something like that where they had like a metal door. Like I said, I've never been there.
Yeah.
And supposedly way back in the day when they were trying to lock up Geronimo, when they caught him, he actually was locked up there for a little bit before they transferred him somewhere else.
Wow.
And that's one of the stories I heard when I was reading about the Cadillac Bar before it became what it was. But
wow, that's pretty cool. If that's if it's a true story, which hopefully it is. I mean,
Yeah.
I hadn't heard that one personally, but
oh man, there's a lot of crazy stuff, man. I mean, San Antonio, man, it's not like quite as much as like the fellow that's giving us the first one. He's from Savannah, right? Savannah, Georgia.
Yeah. Ryan Dunn.
Yeah, Ryan Dunn. Okay, his first. Savannah, Georgia is and what's the other one? St. Augustine, Florida.
Oh, yeah.
So those are like I think we talked about this before, like the most haunted Gettysburg have to be up there also. But
Yeah.
like those three have the most amazing and so much haunts. I can never understand why St. Augustine did, but I don't know. It's just something like
Yeah.
they got, for some reason, it's haunted like a mother.
Yeah, what about San Antonio? Why do we
Oh,
have
yeah.
so much stuff here, though? I mean,
Well,
Because of the wars and stuff like that, yeah.
Okay, that's true.
Yeah, we had the wars and like that. Although that's what, when they were talking to us, Joan Rivera, she was telling us all those little skirmishes. They were so
Yeah.
violent and stuff like that. So it is civil unrest and stuff like that. And then what else ever we have here? You know, it's
Sure, Brujo Diaz too.
yeah.
All the culture, the Spanish culture too.
Yeah,
I think,
about all that crazy stuff.
crazy.
Limestone. I think we got a lot of limestone in the area.
Oh, yeah.
That's true, yeah.
Which,
A lot of winos. A lot of winos.
Hey, wine, that'll I'm sure that'll do it too.
Oh, winos, yeah, that's...
I don't know how to put it.
Yeah.
Well,
I got some crazy.
I mean, that's hard to say because
Every city does.
where I go straight from that is, yeah, we also got a story about an asylum talking about crazy people.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do though, man. That was pretty awesome too. I seen, I believe his name was Sean from New Jersey, and he had some awesome stuff. He's part of a.
Yeah, Scaredy Cat Paranormal Investigations.
Okay, yeah, we have him on the Instagram. So yeah, I remember him. It's a good story also. So we got a lot of good stuff lined up here for y'all.
Yeah,
Love me some good asylum stories.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yes, definitely.
Yeah, we got a little bit of everything. We got asylums, we got beer, we got bars, breweries. I mean, jeez.
Yeah, it's coming out of nowhere. But do y'all remember Shutter Island?
Shutter Island.
The movie?
Yeah, I do.
Yes.
I don't remember seeing it, but
I just thinking about asylums. That's one of the first things I think of. That movie.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking about the wrong one. I'm thinking about the doctor of Monroe or Phil Monroe. What's his name? That he would change people, part animal and part people.
I never heard of that.
Yeah, Doctor
Dr. Moreau.
yeah.
What is it?
Was it the island of Doctor
Human
Monroe or
Centipede?
something like that? No.
Oh,
Oh God.
And you got stuff like that happening in San Antonio.
Yeah, he was like, I hope I'm the lead guy. I don't, I can imagine somebody sewn to my ass, man. Oh Lord.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they'd be having shit coming out of their eyeballs and ears and nose. Pissed off, slapping my ass. Stop it! I can't. I'm trying to, but I shit. I have diarrhea when I'm nervous.
That'd be worse.
I'm not used to somebody sewn to my ass. I think he ain't got lost after that. He's just thinking, oh man, what if you were sewn to Rob's ass? Oh man, that's not a happy place to be, man. Yeah, that's disgusting.
Crazy.
I don't know, fellas. What do you say? Y'all want to hear the first one?
Yeah, let's do that. I guess it's the Moon River Brewery.
Yeah, my name is Ryan Dunn. I'm the founder of the Savannah Ghost Research Society in Savannah, Georgia, along with my wife, Kim Dunn. And we own and operate afterlife tours in Savannah and in St. Augustine. And all of our research is based on investigations we've done in the past 10 years. And I'm on here today to talk about a place we've investigated probably over 30 times called the Moon River Brewery. It's one of the most well-known haunts in Savannah. We've had ghost hunters from the TAPS crew there in 2005. Zach, Nick, and Aaron were there with Ghost Adventures in 2010 for a Season 2 episode. And we've also done America's Most Terrifying Places with Travel Channel there. So the brewery sits in a building that was built in 1821. It was originally built as the City Hotel. It was the oldest hotel in Savannah. And it was a well-known place where a lot of who's who would come in and have drinks, as well as people coming in and out of town. Well, not long after it was built, it was on the evening of August 8th, 1832. An argument broke out between two guys. One guy was a very well-respected Jewish doctor, whose name was Dr. Philip Minus. The other guy was a guy from out of town. His name was James Stark. Now, James Stark was a state legislator from Glenn County, a few counties over. He was in town a few days on business. And Stark, known to his nature, had had way too many drinks. And he started shouting derogatory racist comments toward the Jewish doctor. Well, the doctor approaches James Stark and demands an apology, and James Stark refused. So the doctor challenges Stark to a duel. Well, Stark, true to his nature, wouldn't agree to the terms of this duel. And 2 days later, the doctor is back at the hotel having some drinks, and he rents a room up on the second floor. Well, as he's walking on the staircase up from the first to the second floor, he hears someone shouting up top and looks up, and there's James Stark at the top of the stairs. So James reaches in his coat pocket like he's going to draw a weapon, and the doctor pulled his pistol out first and fired a shot into James Stark's chest and killed Stark instantly. Stark dropped dead on the staircase. So the police arrive a few moments later, and there's no weapon anywhere on James Stark. The doctor had shot and killed an unarmed man. So we have to speculate, but our guess is James Stark may have been reaching for a gun he had perhaps left upstairs in his room. But needless to say, this doctor was taken to prison and charged with first-degree murder. So 5 months later, the doctor's acquitted of all charges, with a jury that took less than 2 hours to decide his fate. The doctor's let go, not charged with murder. And we figured the city looked out for the doctor and figured good riddance to this James Stark character. So over the years, the building served as various shipping warehouses and storage warehouses. And by the year 1999, Moon River Brewery bought the place and opened Savannah's very first brewery. So a couple of years later, it's 2001, and the brewery decided they're going to renovate the second, third, and fourth floors. Well, all the contractors' men would quit one by one. They would have complaints of seeing people in period clothing walking around upstairs. They come back the next day for work. Tools had been scattered everywhere, and work had been torn to pieces. So all the contractors said they felt there was evil spirits that would not let them finish renovations, and they all quit. But the contractor himself was a huge skeptic, and he decides that no matter what, he's going to finish the job until he gets a new crew. So a couple more weeks go by. He's up there eating lunch on the third floor with his wife, and they have they have a meal, and then she finishes eating, and she's walking down the same staircase that James Stark had been murdered on many years before. And no one's behind her, but she reported feeling 2 cold hands on her shoulders and a violent shove from behind. So she tumbled down the staircase and broke her right ankle, and the contractor quit that day. And to this day, they have refused to renovate the second, third, and fourth floors. Moon River's had the building 21 years now, and there's no power on those top 3 floors. And it's so bad that about 10 years ago, they bought the lot right next door to them to put a beer garden there. And these folks can't even build out. They're having to build out because of all the hauntings. So we do quite a few investigations here. We sell tickets and invite the public to join us on overnights. And one night I was up on the 4th floor with about 8 other people and my other investigator, Chris Kirsten. Well, I had a walkie-talkie in my hand, and we were trying some provocation. So I decided I was going to stir up the spirits in the building. And I walked over to one of the walls, mimicking the walkie-talkie as a hammer. And I said, I'm going to renovate this place. Why don't you try and stop me? Well, as I was moving the walkie-talkie forward towards the wall, something slapped my arm with tremendous force, and the walkie-talkie went flying backwards out of my hand. And there's no way with physics, with my hand moving forward, the walkie-talkie went backwards unless something hit it. And evidently something wasn't happy. We were renovating there. But just last month, it was just September 20th of last month, we did a case there. And we were doing an EVP session on the staircase where James Stark was killed in recording. And I said, James Stark, are you here? Well, on the playback, we got an audio recording of an EVP that sounds like a male voice that responded very clearly and distinctly saying, yes, I am. And we think we might have encountered the intelligent spirit of James Stark who haunts that building. Employees refuse to go upstairs by themselves. They're having employees push down the exact same staircase. And it remains to be known as one of the most haunted buildings in the entire city of Savannah. And we love how active it is. It's probably the most active place I've done in this city. And we've investigated nearly 60 or 70 places in Savannah alone. And Moon River is definitely at the top for activity. Now, the other thing I wanted to mention, information about us and what we do. To book our tours, we book them at our website at afterlifetours.net. We have tours in St. Augustine and in Savannah. You can find us on Facebook with Savannah Ghost Research Society and follow us for investigations and everything. But in addition, I do have 2 books out called Savannah's Afterlife and Savannah's Afterlife 2. And they're on Barnes & Noble and Amazon.com based on all of our investigations. And currently I am finishing Savannah's Afterlife 3. as well as St. Augustine's Afterlife. I believe my first St. Augustine book coming out soon. And thank you so much for having me on. I really appreciate it.
Damn, that was cool. What do you think, Kory?
You know,
What can I say?
no, it's fitting how it's a brewery.
This place has been investigated by everybody. I know the Ghostbusters. The ghost beaters. Yeah, stupid ass. Yeah, they've been there too. They're chasing after that wiener guy. The guy with the wieners. Anyway, Slimer. Yeah, that's how stupid I am. Everybody knows who Slimer is, right? Oh, you mean that guy with the wieners in his mouth. Yeah, man. Dude, I had a buddy of mine. His name was Jesse.
First, can I ask something?
Yes.
Don't forget the story, but what made you remember this guy? Was it Slimer or the wieners in his mouth?
Well, because I'm stupid. Because everybody knows Slimer. I could, even the new kids, that's an old movie from the '80s, but they knew who Slimer is. My stupid ass, I forgot because I'm old, right? But like this guy, he was the same thing. Like, who hasn't seen Star Wars, the first one, right? I mean, like, everybody's seen that one, right? But his name was Jesse, but for short, I mean, in Hispanic culture, we normally call people named Jesse Chewy. That's a slang for Jesse.
Chewy?
Yeah, Chewy. So,
I don't even know my own culture.
well, but I mean, that's old school, man. But, like, so I wouldn't even call him Chewy. I would just go like that to him, like that. And this guy, he turns around, he looks at me, and he goes, "Hey, you sound like that big hairy guy from that space movie." Dude, that's Chewy. I don't know what the hell is. I don't watch that much TV. What the fuck? Get off the. What was I even talking about before? I got way off.
Ghostbusters. You said the Ghostbusters checked out this.
It was Ghost Adventures been there. What is the most scariest places on Earth? And that's a Travel Channel.
Yeah,
it's all Channel. Travel Channels. Oh yeah. I think they had been there also. I could be wrong. I thought they had been. I thought they were. I gotta look that up, man. It's right now we're going way overboard, but it does have a lot of haunts. But I was unaware that used to be a hotel. And man, that's crazy shit. What he was talking about, right? That contractor that got pushed down the stairs and got her. Oh,
that's a trip.
What happened to her ankle, Taz?
She broke it.
Jazz was gonna tell us all about it.
She broke. It's for humor.
Start naming all kinds.
But that's kind of crazy, right? Though that's how bad it is there because they get physical. With them,
He probably mad because he got shot for no reason. It's a ghost. The guy that got shot for no reason, right?
Not John. What's it? Stark.
John Proctor. What is it?
Not even talking about the same story at all.
Because he offended that other dude, right? And then what happened that they didn't have to do it? He just, I don't agree. I don't agree to those rules. I have a slingshot. You have a gun. What's that all about? Right. Because what's that all about? They didn't tell him. Right? But the poor guy, this guy must have been really pissed at him. The guy who he offended because he's going up the stairs and he sees the other guy. And that guy just reaches in his pocket for some Mentos, I don't know, for whatever. And they wind up blasting his ass, man. Oh! Just the guy gets shot with the whole thing of Mentos. I'm like,
more Mentos! Turns around and smiles and just holding him up with a big smile.
Going down.
And then he dies.
He would have been leveled the playing field if he had a Diet Coke with him, man. Aimed that bad boy right in his eye, But... this story with butchering it, man. I'm never telling those fuckers another story.
Sorry,
Ryan. But awesome. It is awesome. Because I mean, it'd be nice to see some place like that. But I don't know too, man. Like if you're there, and man, I'll be pissed if somebody. I don't care who it is, man. A ghost. It'd have to be ghosts. Plural, pushing me, right? One's not gonna do it, right? Like a whole crowd. Okay, let's get a running start and hit him hard in the back. He's already drunk anyway, but I'll break more than that. I'll break the stairs, right? He did break something.
That'd be messed up. You just go through you're on the top stair, like you just go like 2 down and you just fall all the way down, all the way through. You break that second step. And just...
Your ghost buddy's all pissed off. Pendejo, we gotta pay for that shit. Oh my god, so that's so stupid. But anyway, man, that would freak me out though, man. Any kind of like scratch or push or bite, that's terrible.
Bite you?
Yeah.
You get drunk. You get drunk.
Like,
The ghost.
Just from the smell of me.
Tastes like he's got some chamoy in that beer.
It's bumping in the walls, man. So,
I wonder ghosts could get drunk, man. That'd be something, man. It's like they're ghosts, but yet they can get drunk somehow. Like if they bite you or whatever. I don't know.
Maybe that's why they hang out there, right?
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, that's true.
They're just a bunch of winos.
I see the manager all pissed off. Damn it! I got 2 more cakes missing. What the fuck?
Why are the kids there? Oh, it's a brewery, not a bar.
Oopsie.
There's still heaven. I want to look it up because I'm sure. I think I did the other day too. I looked up Blue Moon Brewery. Bien baboso.
Too many already.
No, not Blue Moon Baboso. They got free advertising.
There's a real beer.
Yeah, Moon River.
Yeah, Moon River Brewery. Yeah.
Moon River. It's an old ass building, though, right?
Yeah.
Was it like 1831, something like that?
That's a trail.
Is there anything about the breweries here that are on it? Like Pearl or any of that? Those aren't.
I don't know. That's a good question. You know what? You never know. They probably can, man. I mean, like, they're probably, and then that's the thing about some places. They don't,
Publish.
yeah, they don't, like, that's what they were saying about, like, Sydney was telling me it's hard to get an investigation and for them to cough up at, the Cadillac Bar. Unless you're somebody, I wonder if they would let, like, for the ghost adventures or ghost hunters, if they let them do it.
Oh, they'll let them in.
The Ghostbusters. The
No,
Ghost
let them in.
Beaters. The Ash versus Evil. He wanted to name his team the Chicano guy in there. I say we call ourselves the Ghost Beaters, and they were like, "Dude, that's the worst name I ever heard." But he was real serious.
Who said that? Oh, Asher.
No, Ash was making fun of him. But anyway,
This is like his coworker, right?
Thank you so much, Hortensio Ramirez, for that story.
Ryan Dunn.
Ryan Dunn, thank you, Ryan Dunn. We really appreciate it. That was awesome.
That was close.
Yeah, and I can't wait.
We're all over the place.
I was close, yeah. But he did say that he would share some more stories with us in the future, so I can't wait, man. That thing was awesome.
No, that's not the Ryan Dunn from
Yeah, that's what I thought about that from the Jackass. Yeah, I'm not saying that he's a jackass, but his name.
No, not you.
That from the show. But thank you so much, Ryan. And wow,
What do you say we get into the next one? Devil's Tree. It's by this one's by Sean. Scaredy Cat Paranormal Investigations.
let's do it.
Hi, this is Sean from Scaredy Cat Paranormal Investigations. My story today is the New Jersey legendary Devil's Tree. Here in New Jersey, we have a whole bunch of folklore, legends, ghost stories, scary roads. There's one place called Devil's Tree in Basking, New Jersey. The story behind this tree is that a long time ago, there were unfortunate penning by the KKK of African-American slaves. Another story goes by a farmer who had a house adjacent to that tree, killed his family and hung himself there. Many, like every town story, there's a legend of a white pickup truck that scares people away around this tree. No snow is at the bottom because of the portal to hell. So I've been there twice. Now with the tree, I definitely debunked some stuff, saying that actually there was snow at the bottom of the base of the tree. I investigated the energy part of the tree, and I got quite a response and activity from my devices, which I use is 2 millimeters
I tried the new Necrophonic app, but definitely it was at first. The air was cool, calm, but towards the end, as activity picked up, I get an uneasy feeling. But definitely, I was quite pleased with the results. There's been stories about with the tree that it's not real, whatever's going on, it's not real, but actually, like I said, I've been there. I've got quite a response from the spiritual point of view of the tree, and I'm definitely going to go back to the tree probably in the springtime to do another investigation. And here's another story. The story of Letchworth Village in Thiells, New York. This old asylum / hospital was first opened in 1911. It started out as a big 220-acre facility for those with a mentally ill come escape the city and have treatment in a nice upstate environment. But what happens with these hospitals is that when time comes on, they get overcrowded, the patients aren't taken care of. Been stories of unfortunate abuse, sickening experiments done on them, and what happens with that is that it leaves a negative energy. Those who have passed on, all the energy stays there. So it was closed in 1996. So I've been there like at least 10 times. The main hotspot is the hospital, which I've investigated. My favorite part actually is the morgue, where I have used my paranormal equipment, my millimeter, my REM pod, spirit box, and the energy down there is totally insane. I do, when I first started going there, the energy was quiet. For the past 3 times, more have come, the more the activity has, spirits have been interacting with me. There was also a story of a evil spirit that resides in the hospital. So that place is definitely awesome. What also happened was that during my investigations to the other buildings, I've taken pictures, and colleagues have pointed out pictures of spirits that were actually watching us as we're going around the whole facility. And knowing that you're being watched is really, really creepy and it's scary. But I guess I would say one of the hot spots in the area here. And the cemetery of the Letchworth Hospital is a mile away, which history goes, people were wondering why it's so far away from the hospital. And unfortunately, a lot of the patients that were there are children, and everybody is marked by a number, not a grave. A number is the grave. So a lot of people have been forgotten there. But I think maybe when it gets warmer, I'll go back again for night investigation. I've caught at the hospital apparitions. I definitely would, it's a park. You walk around it. We're not really supposed to walk in the buildings, you're not supposed to. But I wish I could go during the day. But at nighttime, that place is known for young teenagers go there because a few years ago, Ghost Adventures did a show there. So once they did that, it opened a can of worms for everybody going there. But I'm definitely going to come back with another story to share with you guys. Thank you very much for listening to Scary Cat Paranormal. And thank you, Rigor Mortis Paranormal, signing me on. Thank you.
All right, that was cool. And we snuck in another one, by the way, the Letchworth Village Asylum. So, yeah, two for one there.
Got a 2 for 1. Yeah.
By Sean, so that was cool.
Yeah.
Extra cost.
I was looking up the Devil's Tree because I was kind of curious about what he was talking about there, and it's pretty interesting. It's actually a tree. And now I'm getting this off of Wikipedia now. The Devil's Tree is a solitary oak tree with some dead limbs growing in an undeveloped field on Mountain Road in the Martinsville section of Bernards Township in Somerset County, New Jersey, USA. Had to put that in there.
USA. What, are some kind of proud kid? Oh, whatever. I was saying proud boy, but never mind.
Proud kid. He's a proud kid.
Yeah, I said proud kid.
But it says that the tree is cursed, right? And it was saying that those who damage or disrespect it, usually by urinating on it. That's what it says here. It's their words.
Wow, that's Bob, have you been there?
Yeah. Disparaging remarks about it. And
Wow, so you don't even gotta go there. You just gotta say something bad about it.
well, that's what they're saying. And what happens to those? Like, I guess when they're passing the car, well, it's cursed. Like, how can you, if you're in a car and you're passing by though? It says your
Don't
car
talk
will
about
break
that
down.
tree, right? Like, talk about all the other trees, but
Shoot
not
the
that
finger
tree.
at the tree.
Yeah, but how are you gonna urinate on it if you're driving? Because that's what it says. You'll have a car accident or a major breakdown as they leave. After they piss on the tree,
Right,
their car will break down. Gotcha.
You're gonna drive by?
Gotcha. Yeah.
Drive by Eddie.
Yeah. You're like, take this tree.
It's like standing in the bed of a truck as they drive by.
It's like 50 yards away from the street.
I hit it.
I think I got it.
But the claims that they had said about it is like, okay, it's like Sean was saying. One of them was it was a lynching by the KKK that they lynched an African American man and rebellious slaves in the colonial times. That's what it's talking, I guess. And another claim was a farmer hanged himself from the tree after killing his family.
Colonial times?
Well, that's what.
No, the KKK didn't get started till way after.
Yeah, what? Am I reading that right? It says colonial times, right?
I guess it doesn't really matter. I don't remember that.
You know, back in the cowboy days.
Well, it's just since the colonial times.
There you
that
go.
may have not been, the KKK did it too, but
Okay, that
it's
makes
just
sense.
saying that.
Okay, then I've been drinking, y'all. Y'all got me just reading and remedial fucking. Anyway, and then another claim is that
You didn't ask nobody else to read it.
I didn't get no one a chance, right?
Yeah. Assholes got me reading and shit. I didn't know you were gonna read it. Just start doing it.
We're professional here.
Getting mad at y'all. Why'd y'all make me read?
Nobody else can read. Nobody can read.
Oh my god. Okay, another claim is that a farmer hanged himself from the tree after killing his family, and that everyone trying to cut the tree down will come to an untimely end. And then other legends surrounding the tree allege that visitors who get too close to the tree will get chased by a black Ford pickup truck, and then it will disappear at a certain point. Now that's weird.
What's up with the Ford pickup?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Why does it have to be Ford, right?
So if you show up in a not Ford pickup truck, you're fine?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's falling.
If you show up in a Hyundai accent, it'll chase you, right? Or anyone who touches this tree will find that their hands have turned black if they try to eat at a restaurant. Now tell me I am reading that right.
What if you're already
Touches
black?
the tree will find that their hands have turned black if they try to eat at a restaurant. Yeah,
What is that all about? Wow.
yeah, that's kind of crazy.
How do they know it's not the restaurant, though?
Yeah.
Or like it's just weird that they would make that, you know?
Yeah, who wrote this story? I'm wondering that they.
Or
Yeah,
how
that's
they would
true,
make
too.
that
Yes.
connection, like, oh, it must be from that tree I touched.
It's like,
not-
oh, I forgot. I did have a flat tire that I had to change on the way over here. And
And look at my hands, they're black. That's what changed
How did that
it.
happen?
I ate at a restaurant, my hands turned black. I was like, that's weird, man.
That is
We're making fun of it.
No, not the tree. We're not making fun of
No,
the
no,
tree.
no,
The
no,
story.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Oh, I'm making fun. Pissed off, man. My piece of shit car breaks down. Oh, fuck, man. Fucking tree.
it was that tree.
God darn black Chevy pickup truck.
I'll never buy one again.
It wasn't Chevy, it was Ford.
Oh, it was a Ford. That's right. Whoops. You're getting it all wrong.
Dude, I gotta stop drinking, man.
Can't even
Black
smoke
Chevy
right.
was probably a cop chasing
The
you.
black Chevy would probably would have offered to pick you up and come on in, fellas. And I got heat going on, but the doors don't shut all the way. But
You know, did they make a movie out of this? This really sounds like a movie, though.
Honestly, it sounds familiar too, because
And then Devil's Tree, it sounds like the title of a movie too anyway, but...
I think I remember the movie that we watched. I don't remember the name of it, but there was like a doll in a tree or something like that. Or like, they were Asians. They were Asian, it was like an Asian, like Korea?
in Korea.
Or something
Okay.
like that. Like there was a construction company that was supposed to be making a mall or something like that, and nobody wanted to cut down a tree because they were all superstitious.
I kind of remember that a little bit.
So they cut down the tree, and like a doll appeared at their house or something like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was about a doll though. Yeah, I don't think that had to do with the tree.
Yeah,
But yeah,
it's a similar
I-
story though, because the tree
Yeah.
wasn't there anymore. So
That's right. Yeah,
and
that's
some kids in the very beginning of the movie, some kids peed on that tree, and they ended up dead.
yeah, that's right.
Oh.
But you know what they did? I think what happened there was so what happened with that tree was there was a dead body,
Yeah.
and they planted the tree on top so that way the tree could grow over it and they'd never be able to find the body.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was a movie, a dumb movie. But yeah, that was actually does sound kind of like a similar story.
I don't know if it was inspired by this story or.
Could be that.
I'm sure it was. You get that all, from everywhere that they have, from legends,
Yeah.
the writers,
Well, it's like La Llorona. Like every state with a lot of Mexicans have La Llorona story.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
But you know what? That's even like, they have it in India.
Yeah, now it's in
And they have
Utah.
it, they have it like everywhere. It's just weird. That's why I was tripping out. I was like,
La Llorona?
yeah.
Oh.
I don't know where you find a river in that desert, but I'm sure there is one at the Georgian River. I shouldn't talk shit, but yeah, that's just crazy. Okay. And then we got the bonus one. The bonus one, Jazz. Can you read this?
You complained about not getting a chance to read this.
Are you talking about the Letchworth Village Asylum? Is that what
Yes, the Letchworth
Village Asylum?
Village Asylum.
Yeah.
That sounds like
Okay.
a movie too.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was erected in 1911 and it closed down in 1996.
Uh-huh.
And the site had over 130 buildings. And I was doing a little research and they said that place is really, really haunted. Okay, but the thing is, there's not a certain haunt there. Like we just got talking about the trees. They talked about maybe the main thing happening there would be, the curse of the tree or the black truck showing up.
Yeah.
Well, this one don't have a specific one, but they say that when you do go there, you do get, you're almost guaranteed to find something.
Mhm.
That what they normally have are like EVPs and shadow people, whispers,
Yeah.
the whole 9 yards, the footsteps and stuff like
Yeah.
that. The regular haunts that you see. But what I was tripping out on is like February 27th of 1950, the first trial vaccinations for polio were done on an 8-year-old patient there. And the reason, I don't think they even had consent. They just kind of were like, hey, who's gonna complain about? Because most of these kids, just like everywhere else that you hear about these damn asylums back in the day, that they were dropped off by their parents who just didn't want to deal with them, or they just dropped them off there, and people with they had mental illness or autism, whatever they had,
Right.
and they just left them there. They didn't want to deal with them, and they said they had everybody from infants all the way up to adults, elderly adults. Well, there was talk of the same thing that you hear at everything else: mistreatment, abuse,
man,
neglect, and then they said even the staff were getting raped. That's that's one of the things they were talking about.
By other staff or by
Yeah,
the...
that's crazy,
man.
So like back then, so it's crazy, and yeah, that's just kind of crazy when I was
that's
hearing
a
all this
trip,
shit, man. It's just
That's
like,
crazy.
because I couldn't find nothing on it. Really, I couldn't.
Really?
And then I was looking at it, and then when I went to YouTube, of course, they had people that were going in there and checking it out. And then I found another article that said, that what they were having was, they were saying it's really, really, really haunted, but like a lot of the ghost investigative teams go in there and they check all this, and that they get a lot of hits out there. So I was like, wow, that's crazy. So
That's kinda cool.
Sean, man, you came through, man. That was awesome.
Yeah,
And
that
what was
was-
his team again?
That's
Scaredy Cat.
Yeah,
Scaredy
Scaredy Cat Paranormal Investigators.
And that's-
Investigations. I'm sorry.
So yeah, man, that's they got a lot of awesome stuff going down there. New Jersey, New York, all that shit right there. Like
Yeah,
weird
no
New
kidding.
Jersey and stuff like that. It's crazy, man. So yeah, that's pretty trippy. I got through it, Jazz.
There you go.
Proud of you.
Yeah.
There you go. You're able to read that there.
Yeah, it was chicken scratch too, because I did it too. But
crazy.
man, that's crazy though, man. I think those are fun to see, but to me, I think like the hospitals, the cemeteries, and the asylums, man, those would be like the trippiest to go into.
Oh my God, yeah.
I think that you'll run into a lot of stuff.
What was the hospital that closed up that they invited us out to one time to
York.
do our Yorktown or is
Yorktown.
it
Yorktown, man, that place is
supposed to be really
Yeah.
haunted, huh? And like, man. But yeah, that was crazy because we're like, oh, you know, we just do podcasting. We're not investigating.
So like figure it out, make it stop.
But you know who? Remember who invited us out there?
Yeah, who was? I can't
It was
remember.
Joan Rivera. That's her husband that runs that.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah.
I didn't know it was John Rivera.
Joanne Rivera is the one that our first interview that we had with the Black Swan Inn, which she runs, and her husband, I guess.
Right.
And that is big time in San Antonio haunted spot, man. Awesome place.
There is, man. They did that paranormal place. That was
Yep.
awesome.
Yeah, that was cool.
I love it. But man, it just, I don't know if you feel the same way, Kory, but every time I come back from there, I'm kind of tripping balls also, especially when it's time to go to sleep at night. I'm just laying there looking at the closet. Fuck, you brought something back, you fat ass. I know you did, man.
The last time, I think somebody was trying to give you there.
Yeah, that lady, you know.
Oh, that sweaty, smelly lady? Yeah. That was bad news, man. Oh my God, I'm live in that. No, I'm not live. Edit.
Get rid of that.
Nobody knows who you're talking about.
That
Nobody's
person's
listening. Just kidding.
It was hot that day.
She
though.
did try to fucking pawn her fucking demon off on y'all.
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh,
That was scary
God,
though, man,
yeah.
because what if they really can't see that shit, Jazz? And we're over here like, I'm gonna go take a shit now, so, but like, what if they really can't see that, Satan quit.
Oh,
That was a trip though. Yeah, and that girl kept on saying she saw the demon.
Yeah, you just get back in your hole and you lay there and you think about it, mister. And you think about what you did to that lady.
And me and Robert just looking at each other like, what's going on here?
It's
Who are you
okay,
talking
he's climbing back. He's making faces though. You're gonna get it? She's looking at him. I was looking at her like, oh.
Was she saying that?
Yeah,
Are you serious?
like he was making faces, like he was like a little kid stomping his hands, going back in his hole, and he's like, "Oh, you're gonna get it." Remember, what was that on?
Yeah,
Don't you give me that look? You're gonna get it from
That's
Christmas story.
Christmas story.
yeah.
That's exactly what I was thinking of.
Anyway.
So she didn't actually say that. But she seemed like, I mean.
Well, she was saying stuff though, because like, so in case we probably didn't explain this right in the beginning. So like, what are y'all talking about? But yeah, so we were at a paranormal fest, and there was this one young lady who was seen because we were at a haunted house. They were having a paranormal fest. It was at a real haunted house, which was the Black Swan Inn. And but anyway, this one girl kept on saying she's seen demons, and she came over to talk to Robert and I I guess she didn't want to go alone in that area. She said, right, or something.
Yeah, I
Or-
think we
by
had
the
to throw
dumpster
something
in the
over
back
at the
right there,
dumpster.
right?
So.
Oh, she had to throw something at the dumpster.
No, we
that's right.
did.
We did.
But
Okay.
we were walking over, so they fall. So I just had to remind you though, because Sydney's a medium also. So we're not talking about you,
Right.
Sydney.
No,
I
no,
don't remember
no,
you being there that day, but
Right.
we
no,
did
no,
run
no,
into
no,
this.
Oh,
So.
yeah.
No, but we're just
She's like,
freaking out
"Those
because
sons of bitches.
No,
talking about
I think she
videos.
would know if she dragged y'all to the fucking field.
Exactly.
The lady was like,
there were other stories as to why people thought she was taking us over there. No, it was just weird though, because yeah, she had a full-on conversation, and we're like, whoa.
Yeah,
I
I was kind of tripping out a little bit.
So there's someone there she was talking to? Like,
She said there was somebody there standing in the doorway. She goes, he's right there. He's standing right in that doorway.
she was at the booth. I remember because she came to our booth and she was like, yeah, I can see him over there. She was talking about something.
Yeah, and
And
that
I
was
just kind of walked away when
What-
I talked to y'all.
Was it a ghost or was it a demon specifically?
I
don't
don't
demon. I think it was,
Well,
she made it seem like,
Somebody,
Because you know what? I'm sorry. I find that interesting now that thinking about it, because remember the story about Dimitri,
Yeah.
who was a demon and kind of like a kid.
well, this was attached to her before she got there, I
Okay.
think.
Oh, was
But
it?
that would be, right? That's what y'all made it seem like.
I don't remember,
What
honestly.
it was is that she said she saw.
It was holding a girl there though,
Yeah,
too, though.
it
wasn't like
raped
a girl
and killed
leave
a girl there.
Oh, wait.
And
Okay,
it
so she
buried
had
her somewhere
just,
there.
so it was just at that house? Like,
Yeah, that I never heard
The
that
one that she
story.
So literally it was just like she showed up that day, and there was a fucking.
Dude, what if she was a?
That's a good point, Diane.
What if nobody even knows who this girl is? We don't know the star.
She just
Oh,
came
what
back
if she
as
was a ghost, right? Nobody even knows.
She came out as sweaty ghost, man. I was like, damn, that's crazy, man. Best day.
That was crazy, man. That's crazy. What was this like 2 years ago, and we're still talking about it?
David came back. Fast one, David. Yeah. No, but it was kind of just scary. That's like we said. This is how, because it's kind of giving me the creeps now. Just thinking about it. This is our coping mechanism. We'll make fun of you or ourselves. So it's just because man, that was kind of trippy though. I'm not gonna lie. I know you were kind of tripping balls too. I was. What is that called? Okay, there's a name for it, and I just, man, since I'm fat and drunk and illiterate, I can't remember it. It's like when.
I'm sorry, guys.
When somebody tells you that there's something there, and you start to look at it, and it's not there, but the shapes make it look like it's there, and so you start to see it. God, I cannot.
I know what you're
Is it pareidolia or
something like that? There you go. Yeah.
Something there. Something like no. Like when when
you
they influence you basically.
Yeah, there you go,
Right.
and then you do see it. You're like, hey, it is there, you know.
Yeah.
So. I guess I was getting that too, but like the leaves were making a certain shape or something.
Right,
So I start, but then my eyes are fucking fat ass full of glaucoma and shit. I don't know what I'm looking at, man. So
The grease spots from the grease that's in the back of your eyeball. I only say that because that's what I got the same thing.
I think I see something. Because she was kind of convincing. I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of creepy being. So I'm not gonna lie, man. I was afraid to throw the trash, man. I'm not gonna. It got dark. And I'm serious, man. I just didn't look that way. I was just kind of throwing the trash, you know. It's like, I don't want to get raped.
I don't want him to rape me.
Yeah, why are you wearing those little shorts?
That's true. We all did have little shorts. I forgot that was part of our costume. No, I'm just kidding.
Daisy Dukes?
Daisy Dukes, yeah.
Oh, man, we wonder. We are.
Anyway, should we get to Sydney's story?
Yeah, we should, because I'm sure.
Even get there.
Or do,
I don't know, Sean. What'd you do there, man? You made us just slip into something there.
We took a lot of left turns and, well.
Oh, but he would love that place. I bet Sean, if he went to go check that place out, he'd love that one, man. He'd have a field day. And the lady is super nice, but you just kind of gotta go at a respectful hour. And she's not even there too. We never did, but she was real cool about stuff.
I think too many people like us showed up.
Yeah.
And she had to put her foot
Yeah,
down.
one of the last times we went there, somebody else answered the door.
There's her
Black
husband.
Swan Inn. Yeah, and he's just kind of like, get the hell out of here.
No, he was cool.
No,
I
I'm
don't
talking
care
about
what you-
another time after
Oh.
that, though.
There's like a groundskeeper or something too.
Yeah.
Remember that guy?
Yeah.
Which it makes sense. It's not cool. It wasn't cool of us to do that.
Yeah, showing up with one drunk
Oh,
inside
yeah.
their living room, right?
Entitled to like their fucking ghost
Yeah,
property.
come on, man, don't be like that, bitch.
It was nice of her to let us get away with that back
Oh,
then,
yeah.
but I'm glad she put her foot down.
It is
for,
kinda-
for her safety
But
as
dude,
well.
they had the door wide open. The time before that, when you went
Yeah.
the door, well, I'm giving that shit away. I stopped him right there, and then like I said, Sean, nice.
Yeah.
It's a really nice place. You gotta go check it out. Yeah, on to Sydney's story, fellas.
Yeah, Sydney Reyes with the Ghoul Gals. Cadillac Bar. This is a story about
Actually-
Cadillac Bar in San Antonio.
Cadillac Bar, and there's actually I forgot to tell you.
Oh, she's got more stuff.
She's
too.
got a double whammy there. I can't
Oh,
remember what it was offhand, but
Okay.
that's the first story, and then Cadillac is. But they're both good.
We'll hear it.
Hey guys, my name is Sydney Reyes. I am founder of Ghoul Gals Paranormal. I'm going to share a story with you guys. So back in June of last year, me and the team took off to Cloudcroft, New Mexico, and we did a paranormal investigation at the Western Bar up there in Cloudcroft. So it was probably like around 2-3 o'clock in the morning, and we are all sitting around at this table with other paranormal teams and some people who had won an investigation. And so we were all just, hanging out, having a good time. And there's this hallway that leads to the men's room and the women's bathroom. And I look over my friend Adrian's shoulder and I see a shadow of a man. And he has a cowboy hat on and he's just standing right behind her. And I said, Adrian, what do you feel? And she said, what do you mean? I said, there's someone over your shoulder. I can see them. And she's like, it's really cold. And as I'm walking over, the EMF meter that's in my hand starts going off. And I instantly feel as if someone's trying to push me back out from being close to her and walking into that hallway. And the minute I start getting shoved backwards, I screamed for my team. I was like, hey, I need the rest of my girls here with me. So Jennifer Reuter, Jennifer Rose, and Ashley all walked towards me, and we held hands, and we spoke in a circle about how this entity or the shadow cannot physically harm us, emotionally harm us, can do nothing to us. And it was still fighting. Like, you could just tell the atmosphere changed, and all of our breathing got heavier. So one of our friends who is in a paranormal team up there in New Mexico, we said, Nick, we need your help. So he joined the circle, and we were standing in the circle holding hands and praying and talking to this thing. And then split instant, you just feel the room get completely lighter. And it's like if nothing happened, like everything just disappeared. And we all stop and we look at each other, and that girl Adrian is drenched in sweat. Like, she is like completely different. Like, you could tell something was trying to take over her. And it was the most craziest experience. And apart from that, we had the laser grid shot out to the other side of the bar, and you could see this shadow that we were fighting against walking back and forth in front of the laser grid. So the laser grid shoots out all these little green dots, for those who don't know what it is. And when a shadow walks in front of it, it'll block out those dots. So you can make out the silhouette of this cowboy, from his boots to his pants to his shirt to his shoulders to his head to his cowboy hat. And he just stopped there and he just stared at us for a while, and he would walk back out towards the bar and then walk back the other way. And he just kept doing that for a good 10, 20 minutes probably. It was insane. We actually have footage of that. If you go to Facebook and type in Cloudcroft Fear Fest, it'll take you to the website where we had all the Cloudcroft videos, and you could actually see some videos from that night. So this next story happened actually at the once Cadillac Bar in San Antonio, Texas. I was part of a different paranormal team up there in San Antonio, so we were setting up for our investigation. Well, when we went to go set up, there was actually a class reunion that was going to happen the next day. So their class student council from back in the day or whatever, who were putting on the event, were setting up for the class reunion. And they had set up a table at the entrance of all their deceased classmates that had just passed away. And so I look at these pictures on the table, and I'm staring at all of them, and there's a picture of a gentleman that just keeps standing out to me. And I said, he passed away in a motorcycle accident, and he has something he wants to say to someone. And so we called over one of the people, and we're like, hey, can you explain to us how this gentleman passed away? And she was like, oh yeah, he was a star athlete or whatever, but he had passed away in a motorcycle accident. And I was like, well, he wants to tell you guys that he loves each and every one of you, and he misses you guys, and he's so proud of, and I said some name, and she looks at me, and she was like, that was his friend. And I pointed at another picture, and I was like, that was him. And she was like, yeah, that's him, and he's also deceased. And I believe he died of like a heart attack or something. And that was just the beginning of all the stuff that happened. So later that night, we waited for the bar to finish closing down, and we went downstairs, and we went to a closed area where they have like banquet halls, and we were sitting in the circle, and it was just me and two other investigators. And I said, if someone is here with us, can you make a noise? Well, from behind the bar, we kept hearing someone tapping on a wine glass, like if they were trying to get our attention. So immediately got up and walked over to that area, and there was no one there. We set our K2 meter down, and it started going off. And in that instant, we all looked at each other like, okay, there's someone here. And we kept trying to make communication with the spirit that was there. But as soon as one of the male members walked in, it completely went away. And I think that was the last of that investigation. I mean, it was more of like a personal eye-opening to me rather than a whole paranormal experience. And you could reach my paranormal team at facebook.com, Ghoul Gals Team, and we have some of our personal evidence that we had caught from other investigations, along with our Cloudcroft investigation. And that's the end of my story. Hope you guys enjoy it.
Man, Sydney brought it again, man. I'm
Joy
telling you.
brings the heat, right? All her stories are awesome.
You know, I was just wondering, what in the world was she doing in the middle of nowhere? A little town called Cloudcroft, New Mexico. Sounds like the middle of nowhere. But then again, she said something about a beer fest that was going on there. So
Oh, yeah.
I wonder if that's what they were doing there.
Yeah, I'll walk 100
That makes
miles
sense.
for that. Yeah.
I'd do that.
In the middle of nowhere? That sounds like a horror movie, though. Like,
That's a good
they
point.
lure us out just because they know we like fucking alcohol.
Whiskey. But anyway, she's I trip out with that. I'm basically thinking this is what this is about. Is like her abilities is to pick up things, and
Yeah.
I think that's what she was picking up here when she said she was seeing somebody over her buddy's shoulder, right?
Mhm.
Excuse
Right.
me, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I was looking at my beer. And
It's empty.
yeah,
That's
I
a
need
problem.
another one. And yeah, that she was looking, and that even the lady said she felt something cold,
Mhm.
right? And that's tripped out. Why was she calling her other buddies over there? Because did something have hold of her or something like that, right? Or that it
It
had
got really cold, I think, but did it? You know what? I forgot already. Because only.
drinking, and that's right.
I'm telling
we
you,
gotta
but-
do this sober, man. I swear to God.
Well,
man.
no, because then I started I got really into the Cadillac Bar story after that, and it's weird though. My attention span is so short. Like
Yeah, mine
my
too.
memory, it's like the first story I was all intrigued, I was all into it, and by the time the second one started, I forgot the
You
first one
drifted.
already. Yeah. No, I heard the second story and I forgot the first one. I'm like,
And then it's sad because it's just as funny. That's what I'm gonna say. I think me and Jazz caught on to something else.
oh, you heard another son? Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about that other the lady over there that was bothering us, the sweaty lady. She's talking about some other lady sweating. I wonder if she ever had her on that team. I'm making fun of her. I shouldn't be making fun of people. I sweat a lot myself. Shut up, Mama. So the damage is done.
Because she said that they started to breathe heavy and sweat, but obviously because they're scared.
Me and Jasmine looked at each other like, yeah, I hope that other chick that was bothering us wasn't on her team.
Well, what I heard from y'all, I thought was that she was a listener. She was an active listener on our podcast.
Then Sydney is, not the
Sydney,
other.
yeah.
No, the girl that you are complaining, talking about.
I don't know. Honestly, it was hard to.
Not
to-
anymore, because this is not the first time we brought her up.
Right. Oh, that's mean. We're bullies, man. We gotta go make it up to her.
No, I don't know.
Like,
They
maybe.
may listen now, but
Here's
that was the first time we met her.
20% off speed stick or whatever. You gotta make it up to her, man. But then we
yeah,
all.
that is mean. But it was
It's
just
all
a weird experience.
That's some crazy stuff, though, man. I just, that's, I mean, and then the Cadillac Bar, that was kind of interesting. That
Dude, we have never stepped foot in that place, and I
Oh, yeah,
always
same
wanted
here.
to. I mean, it's just so. I hear everybody telling me that that it kind of doesn't disappoint, man. So.
Yeah.
I mean, although we're not investigators, we do love to interview these people, and then while we're in there, sometimes we get lucky by, catching little things.
right.
Some stories of our own.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
No, I've actually heard stories from. I don't remember any offhand because I actually used to work right across the street from there at well, I'd say a restaurant supply company. People will put two and two together if they've been around here long enough. But this was a long time ago, but I used to always hear stories. People saying, yeah, it's haunted. Glass moved and the glass fell down and broke on its own or whatever. Jumped off the shelf or something ridiculous. But yeah, there's been a lot of stories that come out of that place.
Okay, but you were talking about that same time when that guy had all those EVPs. One who you said had passed away and he took them with him, but
Oh yes.
it was
Another friend
right
of mine.
across the street from that place, right?
No,
Don't they have
this-
those wells? Oh, that's
This
right,
was
never
another
mind.
place. Yeah, that was another place. Yeah, that place. He had some awesome EVPs, and that he caught at another place I used to work at, and but he passed away, so he kind of took those with him. Yeah, they were great EVPs. I was really surprised, but anyway, yeah, there was one that said hello. You could just hear like hello. That's what it sounded like. You're going like, oh, what in the world? I was like, dude, seriously, hold on. I was like, rewind that again. And anyway,
So anyway, Poindexter, is that you? That's what you sound like.
It just sounded weird because it was so clear though. Like, I mean, you can hear hello. I mean, like, and it was so. Anyway, I'm sorry.
No. But seriously, I was listening to what you're saying there, man, and that's it's crazy because I was thinking because all that area is connected, so they must have had more than you know.
That's true. It could have been the area. You're right. It could be the area because it wasn't too far down the street from there. So. That's a possibility. I mean, it's all old downtown San Antonio. You know, that's by the Alamo, and you know, a bunch of battles happened there. And that place had a. You're right. It had a well. Nobody knew it was there. When they dug up some stuff and they found this huge hole, and it was like 10 foot, like, you know, across. Like, it's just a big hole, a big circle. And you look down, man, you just see water rushing through underneath, you know, and this is downtown San Antonio. And it wasn't the main line, it was water just going through there. And so they had to cap it, and it cost like $10,000 or something to cap that thing.
Yeah, man,
it was expensive.
Crazy.
But yeah, I mean, you know, because, you know, wells, that's another thing that's supposed to, you know, bring.
Yeah, you got the limestone and all that under there.
That whole area is a hotbed for, you know,
activity.
All those areas down there, they hold so much, I guess, energy because of not only because of limestone, it's just all the. Let's say a murder scene. You know, it's so horrific. It's happening. Things, even like dolls or whatever, they can retain that energy. You know, inanimate objects. Did I say it right? Yeah, that was good.
You got it. Hey, there you go, Rob.
Oh, dude, I've been drinking. But they can hold that energy. And then, so you'll have like, okay, let's say Myrtle Plantation, they have that mural and they have everything else that they have on there. Things like that can hold that stuff, man. So that's crazy, man.
Yeah, it's like a sponge or something somewhere, but we can't see. And it just retains that information. And
so, but so like that whole building is retaining all whatever it had there.
That's cool. Well, man, thanks again, everybody, for listening to us. So I guess. Again, if you guys got stories, please submit them to us. You can go to our website, rigormortisparanormal.com, or you can submit it to us by email, which is rigormortisparanormal@gmail.com. Again, listen to us. We're on pretty much all the big outlets: iTunes, Spotify, Audible, YouTube, iHeartRadio. I don't know, whatever. Just all these other places. But
yeah, find us where you find us.
Yeah.
It was just, remember Audible?
Yeah, no, I wrote it down because I was surprised to see that on there. Just on our last episode, I was like, hey, we're on Audible. I mean, only because I listen to Audible. Let me put a plug for them, see if we can get some money. I'm just kidding.
So they sponsor a lot of people.
They do, actually, and
Yeah.
people do get paid. Only we're not getting paid, though.
After last episode, you when you said about Audible, I don't know what made me think of it, but I went to Spotify and we have like tags on our podcast.
Really?
And our tags are society, books, and culture.
And culture? We're all about that culture.
Oh, really?
It seems like a weird label for our podcast.
I think what it is.
What if somebody's searching that and they come up with our stuff and they're
Well,
like,
they have
Well, I'm saying they got culture there.
No, I think what it is.
For a surprise.
Or we do technically talk about culture sometimes, I guess.
Well, the thing is, I think there's. So here's the thing. I think there's categories when your podcast is submitted through these feeds, and they have really bad categories. A lot of them do, and I guess Spotify may be no different. Where there's nothing that has. There's not a category, a paranormal category, or
comedy.
whatever, or comedy, or I mean, there might be comedy, but you know, for us, I think the closest was probably culture, which how that makes sense, I have no idea.
Can you imagine that though, like a wine club? Okay, today we're going to do a new one. It's interesting, RMP podcast. I believe they talk about ghosts, but it says culture here. No,
Society, books, culture.
Why does he stare? That's all he does. Why does he shit so much? No. Oh. That's all he can into the whole
Did he
thing.
say bestiality?
Let's go check out the human centipede.
oh my god.
My word, why would they want to sew to his ass and mouth? That's disgusting. Yes.
But if you're somebody who found us on Spotify looking through these tags,
Yeah, double check us, man. Yes, please. Just don't just jump in with both feet. Just check us out.
Yeah.
Little snippets.
Yeah, just yeah. You don't have to go that far. Like about a minute in, you'll already know. Like, oh no.
This ain't for me.
Yeah, we'll go to the next one.
But anyway, thanks again, people. We do like to thank you guys for checking us out. Also, don't forget RMP TV coming out soon. Still, I say soon. I should just say coming out. Coming out eventually.
Just like me with the off the mic.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you guys very much, and good night.
Good
Bye,
night.
guys.
Later.